first pair game for the pool will be Feral Fox with Benny Otter versus Cosmo and Cosmos. First game for table football will be Rally Cat and Razzle versus Sar Fox and Yag Fox.
Alright, gonna get that breakbeat pressure. Futuristic forces fight for fidelity. Yeah. I am a fighter and not a writer. I live my lifetime, though in the nighttime. Wrap your head around the stuff, crew. You can't have it. It's the rock, ever ready, rock, classic. Yeah. All right now, shake your hips. One question: does the fish have chips? I'm in love with myself, 'cause it's good for my health. I drive a Rolls Royce, 'cause it's good for my voice. Oh, pure nasty habit sadness, I can't have it. Do your move, what's your style? Gonna dance now, rap it. Yeah. All right now, shake your hips. One question: does the fish have chips?
Five, 7. We have winners.
It would be to be at the top, make you catch money.
Skittles goes to you too, so... Yellows, 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Forsty. Hello. Do you want to take a sit? Don't.
You can't argue with a fursuit.
There we go. Woof. Woof. Hello.
Take a seat now.
Yes. There we go. Hello. Come on. Come on, boy. There's a sweetie on my chair for you. We're going to demonstrate how not to perform in a fursuit. That's probably going to have to be first, I think. It's shiny. He's a raccoon, I'm not surprised. Right, welcome everybody to the Fursuit Performance Workshop. We hope this is going to be a lot of fun for everybody involved. And hi to the fursuiters joining us as well. Woo! Woo! Just the two. I think everyone's still playing the bar games at the moment, but if we get any more people joining in, I'd like to welcome on stage Frosty Wolf, who is our fursuiter. He is absolutely fantastic in fursuit, which is one of the reasons we asked him to come in and help us with this. And we really do hope you enjoy the event. If you're in the middle of doing a performance and it's your first performance and you're really looking forward to it, but you're not sure what to do, so you're walking along in the middle of the street and you see a small child, and the little child is quite scared. Now, the worst thing you can do is be overbearing to anyone at all, and it is really bad. Now, if you'd like to give a demonstration of how not to do that... Yep. Now, if you imagine for a moment that BBF is a small child, and you're going to stalk them. Now, the small child is facing the opposite direction. They're going to turn around and scream. So, the best thing is, if you've got a small child and they're really unwary, is basically to introduce them at your own height, at their height. So rather than sort of something they've got to stare up at the sky to, is to sort of lean down, similar to this, like Frost is going to do in a sec, and sort of wait for the Now, there we go, good joggy, there we go, right. Now, scaring people is one of the major don'ts. If somebody really doesn't like it, go and find someone else to have fun with. Talk to the parents if you have to. It's kind of... people generally say don't talk when you've got your fursuit head on. In situations like that, sometimes it can be useful, but sort of quietly so not everyone else hears it and it ruins the illusion. Now, one of the major things which I'm not going to ask him to demonstrate, which is sort of the second most thing, is when you're fursuiting in public, somebody comes along, you know, you've got quite a few fursuiters, and somebody's feeling quite tired or sort of not very well, and somebody pops their fursuit head off in the middle of a public demonstration. Never do this! Find somewhere quiet, out of the way. A lot of people really like the illusion, they know it's not real. Hello? No. Yeah, quite a few people like the illusion, they know it's not real. The other thing, again, which he's kind of demonstrating now, is when you've got a lot of people around you, you can't always sort of negotiate time with everybody. So try your best to sort of say hello to a couple of people, wave, sort of say hi. Don't do that. What I would definitely say though in terms of don'ts is, you know, never frighten anybody, never take your fursuit head off in public, and sort of if you are concerned in regards to this, just watch other people. You know, there are some things in our comm book which have sort of given helpful hints in regards to this. We're going to move on to the do section. Now, in terms of things to do, be energetic. Say hi to people. Be excited, but don't be overbearing. Hi! See, good. The fursuiters we've got here are very, very good. There's a lot of people that I do feel getting used to sort of watching everyone. There's a round of applause. Well, in terms of things to do though, say hi to everyone that you can. Again. Pleased to meet you. Don't be overbearing. When I said hi to everyone, right, yes, that's definitely one thing. Say hi to everybody. Do relax, have fun, don't worry. I mean, if you feel that you're fursuiting and you feel that there might be a bit of a spot of your suit that's kind of flopping about, whatever, don't let it worry you. Just mention it to someone that's helping you out. If you are going fursuiting, do get a spotter. You will need somebody to look after you. Because when you're walking around, there's steps, there's, as you know, when we went to the arena, there was little bits of glass around. We were looking out for you. Yes. If you really need somebody and you're worried, grab hold of them. There will be someone to help you. Yep. I can get him released from this. To hero. There we go. Yeah, that's another do. If you are wearing a fursuit, be sort of relating to the species that you're wearing if you can be. Like, cats will be very inquisitive and sort of peek around corners and pop up and things. Dogs will occasionally imitate kangaroos. See, raccoons will like shiny things and run around stealing shiny things where possible. Exactly.
Take the mic!
Thank you. Thank you for that one.
Dogs will sort of enjoy the tummy rubs and the head pattings and things like that, and cats will be very inquisitive. And, you know, if you make a cat like Tim Deru, he'll occasionally sort of stand up on something tall and look round for somebody, you know. Weasels will round. Foxes will fox up the place, be very sly, sneaky, sort of appear behind you and go, "Hi!" Apparently not. No? Medic! Release the hounds. You're surrounded by 3 of them. If you are wandering around and you're wondering what to do, just kind of casually look at what other people are doing. If you're unsure, mirror it if you can. The best thing is if you're fursuiting and you want to know what to do, look at other people around the convention to give yourself ideas. It may be a case that you sort of mirror it for a while and then you develop your own style. If you're standing around and doing nothing, it doesn't do anything. You kind of make people want to come up to you and go, you know, kind of a clockwork look. We need Move Your Dead Bones on in the background. Don't strangle the people running the event with you, that's not... We'll think you owe your licence for a 15-second clip of that song. Maybe? Are we? There we go. Yes, that's it. That's all we're licensed for. Any more, we've got to pay for it. Things like when you're dancing as well. To be honest with you, I can say that I've sort of done this as well in the past, where you sort of wear your fursuit and you start so dancing around crazily, and you get really tired really quickly. Pace yourself. That's the best thing I can say if you're dancing. If you get tired, it's rather than sort of standing around doing nothing, go out, take a rest in our fursuit lounge, or if you're outside going somewhere, determine breaks if you're going fursuiting for a long time. Like, Tim Deru does a party every year, and one of the things we did was to go to Disneyland, and they have a very big Halloween party, and you can't take your head off, you can't sort of just flop somewhere. It's a really big no-no. So pace yourself, have a break, have a drink. If you don't want to take your head off, very long straws are a good thing. If you've got somebody spotting with you, straws like that are ideal. Very, very long straws. Any more questions on emoting?
One of the big things you really have to worry about when you're fursuiting is dehydration. Dehydration, heat stroke, heat injuries, anything like that. It is a big problem. If you know you're going to be fursuiting for a long time, drink water the day beforehand. It helps out wonders. Also, if you start experiencing headaches or cramping when you're fursuiting, it's time to take a break. You're hitting the point where you're going to start injuring yourself to where fursuiting is not nearly as important as a trip to the hospital. So those are the 2 biggest things you really need to worry about is if you know you're going to fursuit, drink water before time, drink water during it.
Exactly. Another thing... Yes? What the... Where's our security team? Again, another thing with... Tim DeRue! Everyone. I think Tim DeRue can come up if he likes as well with Frosty. Yeah, again with emotions. If you're going to have more than one person to interact with each other, say hi. Not like that. That's for the bedrooms upstairs. Sorry. Right. Yeah. Later. Room 102. Yeah, I'm sharing a room with some of the security team. So. Anyway, what I was going to say, it's a good thing as well. Like, if somebody's filming you, interact with the camera as well if you can. Camera fights where one person tries to get in front of the other are quite amusing sometimes. You know, sort of not quite like that.
Oh.
Don't strangle the fursuiters. Yeah, interacting with each other is a good one. Oh.
Blushing.
There's that many different kinds of fursuits out there. Sometimes it's hard for you to interact with each other because, you know, you've got, especially if you're doing things like, you know, nose beating is a good example. It's really hard to tell where it ends, things like that. You know, you've got to watch out for where the end of your face is, essentially. It's something you're not used to. I mean, if you're fursuiting as well, anything which enhances your character or anything, you know, which kind of makes you different than just a standard person or a standard animal is good. Like Frost's sort of bandana going on, the different coloured eyes, Tim's hat, etc. Yag's yagginess. Example, shirts. Fantastic thing, you know, wearing a shirt is different. Have you got, I'm too sexy for my shirt? No, thank God for that. Just, some respect would just go. Well, yeah, unfortunately I've got that. But if you're wearing a fursuit, how not to walk would be a good example of this. Generally, yes. Anything which makes you look dull as a sort of washboard, just don't. Really don't. If you can, if you're wearing a toony fursuit, toonify yourself. I mean, Tim can give you another example with Frost on this one. Sort of how to tune yourself up. If you're wearing a fursuit, because your body is bigger than you're used to, any movements that you make will be tiny. You need to exaggerate them more. But not like that. Yeah. If you're also wearing a fursuit, sometimes it's really hard for you to detect what kind of floor you're on. You don't know how slippy it is. If you've got indoor feet especially. Yeah, I mean, if you've got indoor feet and you're outside, you'll end up slipping. It's always worth investing in a separate set, indoor and outdoor. Any good fursuit maker, if you're ordering a fursuit from them, will give you the option of having outdoor ones. It's always worth paying a bit extra for it. Now, the outdoor ones are generally very hard-soled, and the only problem with that is if you're inside and you're dancing around, it will hurt. The thing is with those as well, they will degrade very quickly. That's the worst part of the fursuit to maintain. They'll degrade very quickly, so you'll need to get new ones very often. And for God's sake, clean them. Some fursuiters generally tend to just spray them with Febreze. Not good. The maker of any fursuit will always tell you when you're buying something how to clean it, how to maintain it. If you get stuck with that, there's very good guides online which will advise you. If you just basically Google something like fursuit care, it will tell you how to maintain it. Any more questions on sort of that section?
when you wash a fursuit, sometimes it seems people that don't get the time to wash them, how should they wash them, high or low temperature?
Right, that's a good question. Depending on the fursuit that you have, the majority of them will need low temperature or sort of very, very lukewarm water. A lot of them as well will need a very safe detergent.
Woolite.
Yeah, exactly. Woolite in the UK or similar in other countries as well. Something for looking after wool is a good one. Very low temperature. If you're always really unsure about how to do it, don't machine wash it. Speak to the person that made your fursuit. If you made it yourself, hand wash it, I would say, in the sink. It will be very wet for a while. You'll need to hang it somewhere up to dry, like a bathroom or whatever, over a bath. It's always recommended to do something like that. And yeah, somewhere flat if you want to just sort of lay it out as well. When you're actually looking after your head, you can't machine wash heads, obviously, because it will destroy it. Now, the thing is with a lot of them, because they're made in different ways, you can't really say one scheme applies to everything. What you really need to do is to get some antibacterial stuff for the inside, some fabric cleaner as well, to remove any spots, sort of stains you might get on it. Yeah, and just to look after the inside of your head, as Tim was just mentioning, balaclava. If you haven't got one, it's worth getting one.
Several.
Yeah, if you go into a convention as well, I'd say probably it's worth getting at least 2 for a 4-day con, because you can leave it sort of dry, you can wash it yourself and let it dry out in your bathroom overnight. But if you want a fursuit that night, it's still wet, you need another one, so it's always worth buying a couple. You can get those sort of really anywhere online, wherever you want to. If you're going to wear a fursuit and you've been busy all day, take a shower. It will ruin your suit and people will think you stink. And it doesn't do anything to enhance any reputation or anything like that. So, it's always worth taking a rest. Yeah, always worth taking a rest for a little bit. And definitely... I don't know, the thing is, the slight problem that we have is we're not too sure whether it's because Tim is French, or whether it's because he's a fursuiter. Oh, we're joking, we won't, man. Yeah. Another thing, don't shower in your fursuit. It's not worth it. Really. But, yeah, I think, to be honest with you though, if you do enjoy yourself, look after your fursuit, it will last years. You will inevitably get things break on it, and if you do find you do fursuit a lot, it might be worthwhile eventually getting more than one costume so you can keep them in rotation. I mean, Tim's got 2 or 3 fursuits with you. Yag has got how many? See, the thing is, I'm just wondering, sort of in between Lone Wolf, Yag Fox and Racken, if they're just keeping Aaron Studios in business. That's why it takes so long to get a commission from it. But to be honest with you though, as well, in terms of commissioning a fursuit, if you do want to look at that, ask other people, see what they think. It's always worthwhile as well trying to find out the style which works for you. And once you've got that, enjoy it. Other people will start to enjoy it too. And I think that is also about it. So a round of applause for our fursuiters.
Welcome, Posse! We're kicking up! Once again, we have the plan, driving you wild as good as we can. Won't stop us now, we're gonna make you move, raving outside to the passionate groove. So I wanna check the microphone, I wanna check the microphone, I wanna check the Ray, the Paris, the MCHB Scooter, back in the UK. place, back to nature where we can be. Faster and harder, loud and free. I wanna check the microphone, I wanna check the microphone, I wanna check, I wanna check. The Lake, the Paris, and MCHB Scooter, back in the UK. We started in 1994. In 1996, we are still on the...
smoke, gotta move on.